evening from Westerhorn in Iceland. It is just after 9 p.m. and the crew is about to head out for our evening session, this sunset session, which happens at just after midnight. And our location today is that big mountain, which you might recognize in the background. And this is the campsite. How cool is that? Really good start. We got perfect weather. We're hoping for some clouds, and this video is all going to be about my techniques when flying drones, because I know a lot of you have been interested in it over the last few videos. I fly a lot. I've got a Spanish certified pilot's license, and I want to tell you about my sort of outlook on flying drones in this video, and that all starts right now. Let's go.
Rock and roll.
We are en route to the Westerhorn and decided to stop because there is a really nice sort of glow pastel color across the the pan here. Looks like it's low tide, and I think it's just going to be perfect for the first drone flight. So the idea is to get the Mavic 2 Pro up in the air and share with you my first sort of technique for flying across water. And it works extremely well in really calm conditions where there aren't a lot of waves with really good reflections. And this is going to be perfect. So let's get up in the air and I'll show you that technique. All right, the drone is up in the air and we're gonna sit down and have a little powwow because I wanna try and talk you through what I'm doing while actually flying the drone at the same time, and then sort of interlock this footage in between kind of the voiceover. Oh, my finger is still broken, by the way. So yeah, if you don't know that story, go watch the last video, and hopefully Tom's video of how it happened will be up soon because it's quite disturbing. So yeah, but let's get back to drones. So I've got the Mavic 2 Pro up in the air. It's only like 2 meters above where we are right now because this pan is super flat and the water is really shallow. Like, it's just a perfect line, perfect reflection. And when flying, you know, you have to determine your surroundings, and your shot selection and how you want to kind of control the drone will depend on what it is that you're filming. So in this case, I've got this perfect reflection. So what I actually want to do is find where the water's sort of the smoothest, and then I'm gonna fly almost sideways across to give it like this pan glass effect. See if you can see this. You see that? I don't know if it's gonna focus on that. Essentially, I'm just keeping the drone at about 1.9 meters above the water and just flying in one direction to get that perfect reflection. And I know exactly where the drone is. It's just in front of me, and I can still see it just cruising across the bottom. There's a couple rocks that just makes this reflection look even better. That's 35 seconds, so I'm gonna stop it there. When we're making these videos, I don't want to use the whole 35 seconds, but what I can do is after the fact, I can use this footage in stock video. I upload to Blackbox, which I'm sure a lot of you watching this know of. If not, it's like a portal for selling stock video footage. So I'll try and hold my drone clips if I've got a good composition and a good angle at like between 20 and 30 seconds, maybe a little bit longer, just so I have that room to play with in post-processing. Let's switch up the location and we'll try another drone technique for you guys to see. Okay, this is happening really quickly. I've changed my location and I can see ducks way off in the distance. So what I've done is actually switch the Mavic 2 Pro into 1080 at 120p. I'm gonna go into sport mode and see if I can actually catch them. This is happening literally on the spot. There they are, record. Woo! So obviously I don't want to disturb animals, but these guys started flying like probably 30 seconds ago, and they're crossing kind of parallel to where we are now. So I won't get too close. I'll keep my you know, appropriate distance. Look at them in front of the black sand. Oh my gosh, this is amazing, guys. Slow motion, 120 FPS on these birds. I'm gonna go a bit higher to get them in the sand. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that's enough. I don't want to bother the birds too much, so I'm going to come back. But that's actually another drone tip that I wasn't even thinking about. If you're around any type of wildlife, you want to be really cautious because most wildlife is threatened by the sound of the drone and they really don't like it. So you need to, I guess, have common sense and be responsible. So in a situation like that, where the birds are kind of crossing you, it's okay to get relatively close. Another good thing about the Mavic is when you're in 1080 at 120p, it's actually a digital crop. So you think that we're close to the birds, but you're actually almost, I don't know, maybe a third of the distance away, you know, back in the other direction because of that crop. So that is fantastic footage, and I'm pretty certain that those ducks, you know, were none the worse off for me getting that shot. So very, very cool and unexpected. So I hope you enjoyed that footage. We got our third spot, 3. The drone's really close, so you should be able to hear it. I wonder if you can even see it. Yeah, right there. That's the drone, and then the subject in the back there is Chandler. He's one of the participants on the workshop right now, and he's gladly allowed me to film him while he's getting his composition. So what we're gonna do is actually go into the intelligent flight modes and use the point of interest, which is one of my favorites. Super, super easy to control and allows you to have a subject right in the middle. So you can just drag your subject across, and then it has this green box on it, and you just press go, and the drone will start circling that subject for you. You don't have to do anything. And you can control the height and the distance that the drone is away from that subject. So what I'm doing is slowly circumnavigating the subject, which is Chandler. So it's going relatively slow right now, which I like because it gives me more control over the settings. I always control the drone in manual because I see it as like a camera. I can control the ISO, the shutter, the aperture, and I really enjoy that. So now it's coming around again, and Chandler's starting to pack up, and we got a low battery warning, but I think you get the idea. Don't have to touch the controls at all, and the drone goes right around us. That's it for our third one. I'm gonna bring the drone down, switch my battery, and show you 2 more. Thor's getting in his vehicle here and dropping the hammer. No, I'm joking. He's gonna drive to the end of the road that we just drove in on. And the idea is that we're gonna get the drone up and just follow the vehicle as a subject. And this is a really cool drone maneuver to follow something like a cyclist or like a mountain biker or somebody skateboarding or a vehicle. Always looks really, really good, and it's super easy to do. So what I'll do is put this camera, you guys, onto the tripod, and we'll get the drone up in the air and follow him, and I'll tell you more about what I'm doing when the drone's actually in the air. Forgot to mention earlier that we've changed locations. I've changed my jacket. We're now at the kind of classic lookout point for Westerhorn, and this is where the parking lot is. But Thor's gonna take off and go down the road, and I'm gonna follow him with the drone, which I'm gonna take off with right now. So I'm framing him up right now. He's gonna drive at about 20 kilometers an hour. I'm set up at 4K 30, and this is sort of my angle. I'm just gonna slowly follow him down the road, recording the whole time because this is the kind of footage that you can cut afterwards. And this is the sort of stuff that Thor can use on his website to sort of market the destination and some of the photography locations. So I want him to have the freedom to cut this footage however he wants. So I'm gonna switch up my angle and get more of the Westerhorn. So now I'm flying like really manually, guys. Like, I'm controlling this a lot, and this kind of thing can't be done without a lot of just flying practice. So what I've got now is I'm sort of circling around him. Oh, that looks amazing. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. Oh yeah, that's amazing. That's perfect, Thor. Really, really good. Keep going a bit further and then turn around and come back.
Okay.
This is gonna be the longest video ever, I apologize. All right, so he's coming back now. So my next idea for following a subject like a moving vehicle is actually to move with the vehicle going backwards as it comes towards you. And what I'm gonna do now is sort of pan around so that I get him in the middle of the road. There's that big view. Perfect. So now I'm just doing a nice big circle. Get the grasslands, get the pink in the sky. Yeah, that looks awesome. And there's the parking lot, done. That was awesome, man, thank you. Oh no, it looks like for the fifth and final drone technique, I, for some reason, did not record the audio voiceover that I thought I was recording. Instead, I recorded just me flying the drone. Hilarious. So, we're going to do it with voiceover instead. Luckily for me, this is a very easy technique, and the trick here is just to find a subject or an area that you want to do a 90-degree top-down angle shot. And what I like to do is try and find a subject that would look cool as a reveal. So in this case, we found a lagoon, and I thought that it would look really, really cool as a reveal moving straight up. So the trick there is that you scout the area first and then find where you want your center point to be. Place the camera directly down and move down to where you feel comfortable starting your shot. Once you're at a low altitude just above your subject, you can begin recording and then just move the drone straight up. And as you move up, the whole scene will be revealed to your viewer. It's an incredible cinematic movement and extremely easy to do. Turns out that that final drone technique audio that I thought I had recorded also had the outro. So you are getting the closing segment of this video from future Greg. I'm back in Canada right now and just finishing up the edits on this video for this Wednesday, today's upload day, and wanted to do the outro here to express my thoughts on that video. I wanted to thank you for making it all the way through. I know it's been a little bit long and there's a lot of talking in this video, a lot of information, but if you do like flying drones, you're a drone pilot enthusiast, this will be really good for you. I think the 5 simple techniques you can put into practice easily on your next flight, and maybe it's something you already do and you can just kind of keep trying to better that in the field, because these are 5 techniques that I use all the time, almost every single time I fly, and I get some really amazing footage from them. So I hope that you can put them into practice and get some really great footage for your own channel as well. So I'm going to try and keep myself short here on the outro because I don't want to ramble on for too long. But this is the second video from Iceland. It's also the second last. So I've got one more video coming on Sunday from the Highlands. We got some incredible light up there, and it's another subject for the video that I think you guys will be really interested in. It's something that people have been asking me about for a while. So I tackle that in the next video in Iceland, and it's a good one. So I hope to see you next Sunday right here on the channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you on the next one.